So yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Katie Bristow. I live in Boise, Idaho. And I'm a traditional business owner. My husband and I own and operate a CrossFit gym out here. It's somehow grown and scaled to be the largest gym in our entire state. But we do love what we do. So we are very proud of it. It's kind of like our labor of love. But I'm actually super honored that I get to be the host for this call, because you guys get to actually hear from someone who I have a lot of love for, I have a lot of respect for. She too comes from the health and fitness industry, growing gyms throughout Southern California. If you get to know her well enough, she might even share some of her celeb trainers. Like, she trained some celebrities in her day. She's got a really cool background, and just an amazing story behind pretty much anything she touches. And so you get to hear from Mariel Filippone tonight around a company that has become a near and dear topic of our heart and our family, to be partnered with people like the Filippones here, expanding a global ground floor brand around holistic health and wellness. And I'll let her go into the details of it. But before I actually bring her on, you should probably also know that she is our #1 income earner here in our company. I know she wouldn't tell you that, because she is crazy humble and crazy kind. But what her and Frank have been able to do here, and really paved the way for all of us to have the opportunity that we have at our fingertips today. Like, literally, it is an incredible gift. So the fact that you get to hear from one of my very, very good friends, and someone that I just love and have so much respect for, Mariel Filippone, I will pass it over to you. You guys are so lucky.
Oh, thank you so much. So sweet. I love it. We were all together recently, which was really special. I am going to share some slides with you guys here in a little bit to kind of kick off this presentation, but I do want to share that I am a wife and mother of 3, and Katie, who just introduced me so beautifully, is now in the Mama's Club. She has little Colton. So we always joke with her and Ben that we love them, of course, but Colton's our favorite. So as with all of the babies and children in Q, I personally am an extra surrogate auntie to all of them. And that's a big reason of why I truly love this industry and this particular company, I think is doing things very differently in the industry, because it's so family oriented and families are involved. And a lot of us just want more for our families. As Katie said, I used to sell real estate in San Diego, California, where my husband and I grew up. And we decided after a few years, and my husband spent, by the way, almost 18 years in road construction. And we decided after, a few years of me being in real estate, and with the way that, 2008, 2009 was shaping up to be, if some of you remember those days, right? Those were some tough times. We decided to start our own gym business. So we opened Pilates, yoga, and bar studios. And we started kind of franchising them, being the sole owner, but kind of expanding and wanting to franchise them, I should say. And everybody would come to our gyms wanting us to, get involved in every company, every direct sales company. And we never had experience doing anything like that. So we always just kind of respectfully said, no, thanks. We're not, salespeople by any means. I was a trainer. That's what I know, gyms and nutrition and all those great things. And I was really passionate about transforming bodies, and more importantly, the way people felt. To me, that was just so powerful, and to make an impact in someone's life like that. However, it was frustrating because, people do kind of give up on going into the gym, right? So you'd see somebody for a solid month, and then you wouldn't see them anymore, or you'd see them for a year or 3 months. It's kind of a revolving door. And so eventually, 7 years into owning the gyms, I kind of had that 7-year itch. And I looked at this business model, the home-based business model, because We had 3 kids within 3 years, and we figured out what was causing that. But we, my husband spent, 18 years working, building somebody else's dream and somebody else's business. And I was spending all this time running gyms. And really what we craved so much was more family time. And I think that's the common theme and the common thread when I talk to a lot of parents today. Frank and I had lunch with a single mom who just really wants more time with her children before they're out of her home. We only have 18 summers with our kids. And if they're like my niece and nephew who are 15 and 16, we don't even have those summers left with them. So, the writing was on the wall, right? We just want more quality family time. I think everybody kind of craves that to an extent. And if that's not you, that's okay. There's something else that you might be looking for. And that's what I, quite frankly, have found with QSciences over the last 3.5 years. We completely got out of owning the gyms, sold and, got out of that industry, which is crazy after 13 years. My husband walked away from his road construction career because that's how powerful, this vehicle of relationship marketing is. And it's just been a true dream to be able to help so many other people be able to realize more financial potential. So many people don't really love to talk about finances. And I get that, it's kind of never really educated when we're in school. It's a little bit taboo of a subject, but it's becoming more widely discussed and accepted, discussed in terms of what people need and want. And it's okay to talk about needing and wanting more income. We're very faith-based in our family and raise our children that way. But we don't want them to ever have any shame around financial illiteracy whatsoever. We want to be able to educate everybody. And that's what we're really passionate about here at Q as well. So let me share some slides to kind of go into a little bit more of the presentations. You can kind of learn a little bit more about what quintessential biosciences really means. Quintessential meaning the best of the best, and biosciences meaning backed by science. We're really, really proud in the 3.5 years that we've been able to grow over 700% since 2017. And more specifically, because we just came from our convention, we know that we've grown 1,200% in a short amount of time. Specifically in the last 18 months during a global pandemic, our company was able to quadruple in size because so many people, one, wanted to take care of their immune systems and their health, and people are definitely always wanting to do that. So that's not like a passing trend or a fad, right? But secondly, people became much more aware to needing and wanting a second stream of income. And so we do ship into 23 countries and counting, which is very exciting. We have cutting edge technology in the health and wellness arena. And I'm trying to hit my slide here. Here we go. And these are our co-owners here, our CEO and founder, Mr. Mark Wilson, and then our dear president here, Mr. Jake Spencer. And these two gentlemen are very dear to my husband and I in our family, our children, and we actually get time with these gentlemen. We were so committed, and we are so committed in making sure that this is the next billion-dollar brand in the making. We are not there yet. So those of you that are business minded, you've hit it at the right time. We're on a trend to become the next billion-dollar brand very quickly. And we're the number 3 fastest growing company online from a home-based business platform here, but we're number 1 in health and wellness. So again, very exciting. And it's all because of the vision of these two gentlemen right here that we get to call our dear friends. My husband goes golfing with these two guys, and our sponsor, Mr. Brandon Stevens, on a pretty regular basis. Our kids know them and their families very well. It's become like our family here in Park City, Utah. We spend our time in San Diego and Park City, which is only an hour from our home office in Utah. And we're really, really blessed to have so much time in interaction with these mentors in our life. So we really believe we're at the right time, right place with the right mentors, the right company. It sounds cheesy to say right 100 times, but that's exactly what's happening. It's almost like a perfect storm in a way. We have a full suite of products, amazing products. I'm sure you've already heard phenomenal testimonials from the product's perspective. We do address everything from, energy, sleep, Weight management, that's a really powerful one. Relief in terms of any sort of discomfort. So think, maybe some pain or things like that. We have really great products that work in terms of CBD that we sell in some of the countries, but actually we're really excited about the new science coming out with terpenes. And we're going to hear from a couple of our Australian partners, one of which I have to give a huge shout out to Deborah. Deborah Roberts is probably on here. I hope she is. She is number 4 in the entire company in Australia right now. And it's just amazing to see what she's done with this business. But every of our country, all 23 countries, we have a slightly different operation in every country, but we do have about 50 products in our entire product line. And again, they do address things that people need on a daily basis. We have phenomenal water enhancement drinks for some of the countries. We have phenomenal, again, terpenes for Australia and New Zealand specifically now. We did release collagen a week ago, and we're really excited about that launch. It has far surpassed what we thought possible in a very short amount of time. Our number 1 seller is our QCore nutritional pack, our supplement pack. This would be including our QMax Premium, our QAlign, and our QBiotics. Now, what that means, because I've spent 20 years in the health and wellness sector, is that QMax is our daily micronutrient of 36 minerals, vitamins that you need to work, function on an optimal basis that your body really is desperately craving in terms of filling in the gaps that your nutrition is not providing. So think micronutrients that may have existed on, an apple 30 years ago, but unfortunately, since everything has changed, we're not getting the same soil and minerals and vitamins that we typically would have received from, an apple that our grandparents ate, for example. So we really believe in filling in those gaps from a dietary standard, but also we know the significance behind what it does internally and for brain function. So we're really, really proud that nobody in the world has any of the products that we have. We own the products, so we don't have to worry about any sort of middleman, or we do not white label any of our products. QAlign is our product that works on inflammation. It's incredible. I don't care how fit you are. I don't care if you're a bodybuilder. Everybody in the world has inflammation. It's just an environmental factor we can't control. Align, again, exclusive to Q, so you can't get it anywhere else, is phenomenal for getting that relief. And these are products that we do sell globally. So we're really proud of this stack right here. The QBiotics also is a great pre and probiotic. And again, this is our number 1 seller. 60% of our auto ships are this product right here, this 3 pack. We also have an amazing program with these two, Kimball and Stacy Jensen are incredible in terms of their background. I personally am very picky when it comes to who can train and educate people that I know, people in my network, and I hands down love what they've done and what they've built here at Q. It's called MyQFit, and everybody around the world can partake in any of our challenges, our personalized workout programs directly on your app. You can follow along with a home workout, a gym workout, yoga, Pilates. There's countless things that you can plug into on a daily basis, included when you purchase the MyQFit products on a monthly basis, or an additional cost if you're buying other products. But I love the community, the accountability, the recipes, the meal recipes. All of it is really unheard of in the industry. So we're really, really proud of MyQFit community and how many people are truly having transformations that actually work. This was the biggest thing I think in the gyms that I owned, was it wasn't the whole package. Oftentimes this is the whole package for somebody to yield results. And also it's fun to do with friends and family and people that want to have, be on a program together. So we do have challenges that are happening all the time. We just witnessed a family earn an all expense paid trip, a big family. They had 17 kids. No, I'm just kidding. I think they had 5 kids, but they're all going to Orlando Disney on the company for participating all summer long in this family challenge that we had. Our vitamin oral sprays are really popular. They're fully methylated B vitamins. For those of you that know, if you know. There's a quick vitamin boost in all of them. Our number 1 selling spray, our B12 does very well, but our number 1 selling spray is our sleep spray. all of the sprays do really well. So we have vitamin D3, vitamin C, a boost spray for your metabolism, a relief spray for some discomfort, and B12 again for a little boost of energy. And because it's methylated, they work very quickly on everybody. So you don't have to worry about your liver methylating them for you. They're ready to go and they're very quick acting. So they work within minutes. For the markets that we do sell full spectrum hemp, I just want to touch upon this. There are some markets that we do have our full spectrum hemp line, and we do have THC free options. They're water soluble. We're the only ones with our BioSync technology. So when you try, CBD elsewhere and then you try ours, you're, guaranteed some results. Whereas so many companies can't say that. They just slap labels on and sell it because CBD is hot, right? And so now we get to hear from some testimonials. We have a couple lined up. I hope I tried to find a couple new, so you could hear a couple news stories. I'm trying to look for Kim here because Kim is dialing in from down under here somewhere. So I'd love to highlight her story. She is just inches away from a huge promotion in our company, sharing the product line. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm still scrolling. Kim, does it let you unmute yourself? She also very well might not be getting reception where she is. Okay, I might have to put somebody else on the spot that I did not prep whatsoever. Mindy, I'm going to call upon Mindy from Guam, who I did see on here. Sorry, Mindy. We're still friends, right? I wonder if it'll let you.
Hey.
There you go. Please share your favorite products.
Oh my gosh.
Anything you want to share about the business.
Well, hey, I'm Hafide from Guam. So yeah, I want to share about QCore. I feel the difference when I take it. I feel the difference when I don't. I have gone to do like multivitamins and all that stuff before, and I never end up staying consistent with it because I never feel the difference. But I do want to share real quickly. My husband has been using this. He is a skeptic. He was in law enforcement for, I don't know, a couple decades, and he believes seeing is believing. So in March, he got some bad news in terms of like labs and stuff. I won't go into all that, but he has been on the QCore. All of his labs have dropped. He went from being borderline, all kinds of stuff. I don't want to make any medical claims, but he went from being borderline, just about everything you could possibly imagine. And all of that has dropped because of this. And he's also been on the Q trim and he's lost over 20 pounds, but he also likes to say it's not a magic pill. He does, he started walking and struggled doing 2 miles a day in an hour. And now when I work out, he does about 4 miles running. So yeah, more energy for me, more mental focus, better clarity, less brain fog. When I became a mom, oh my gosh, the brain fog was real. So the QCore is absolutely hands down my absolute favorite. And the other thing I would just say is the Q Sport Dragonberry is also my favorite. It is a daily. I replaced my coffee intake with that and I absolutely love it. And I love the mentorship. You know, the products are phenomenal, but we joined this because of the business, and to have mentors like Mariel and Katie and so many others has just been such a huge blessing. Thanks for letting me share.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me put you on the spot. I knew that one of our gals calling in from Australia might not have reception. So thank you so much, Mindy. Anyhow, we have an amazing customer program, and you do not have to have a sales experience. Trust me, I never did in my life. My husband, coming from road construction, did not have any sales experience whatsoever. We joke though, because there's that expression that if you are married, oh, there's an echo. Sorry about that. That if you are married, you sold somebody on something at one point, right? So there's a big sale right there. But anyhow, in terms of retaining customers, I think that's a big, misconception in our industry, is that people get into companies like this, home-based business, businesses get started every day. And people will tell me, oh, I've tried one of those and I just, didn't see success. And I oftentimes kind of go through the checklist that I have with them. And I'll say things like, well, what were the products like? Because when you have a product that actually works and people need them and they're not just desirable products, that's a big thing in terms of business. That's what we call sticky. Secondly, are they consumable products? Do they go through them on a 30-day cycle and need to repurchase them every month? I have the same customers that are shopping with me 3.5 years later, some of them, right? Many of them, I should say. The only reason why I say some is some of them have decided to do the business with us. So they're now ambassadors. But I mean, in terms of retaining customers, we have the highest retention rate in the entire industry. And I can prove that. There's documentation proving that. It's very exciting because our products really do work when they're backed by science and research, and nobody in the world has them, and you can't just get them anywhere else. That means successful, sustainable business for you long-term. So we do have wholesale pricing for our preferred customers. We have a dedicated customer support line that you don't have to worry about taking care of any of that when you do become an ambassador on our team. We have a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee, and we have several ways for you to earn commissions. The biggest one, like I already referenced, was that customer sale one, yes, but the biggest one is weekly team commissions. Let's say that you know a couple people that also want to, diversify, have an extra stream of income. Maybe the pandemic has affected their family, or maybe it hasn't. Thankfully, and you still don't necessarily know what the future holds, and you want to start something now, and in time, it can really grow and have that compound interest, kind of bearing in a way when you're, every couple months you're getting more and more people that are interested in either starting their own business or, becoming customers. And our customers stick so well. And we have great customer programs to also incentivize customers to continue to stay on our products as well. We have customer sales, weekly team commissions that are paid weekly, by the way. We have one-time rank up bonuses that are awesome for qualifying for those. And the financial freedom movement that's a pillar of our community and what we believe here in Q. And it really is about educating on what to do with finances and how to save for retirement. And we're really, really passionate about making sure that everybody learns, because really nobody's ever truly taught this. So the financial literacy comes into play that we love. And at any age, we've had a couple people that, in their 70s and 80s that didn't necessarily have the coaching towards retirement, that now after a couple of years are on very successful plans. And, I feel extremely grateful that Q came into their life. And then we have people that have owned their own businesses and they're self-contractors or self-employed, and they didn't necessarily also plan for retirements and things like that. And so we're able to help a lot of people from various backgrounds because of our financial freedom movement. We call it the FFM. So down here is a quick little snapshot on how you can rank advance in terms of team commissions or customer sales. Customer commissions are 10 to 35% minimum. Oftentimes we have even higher percentages at various times throughout the year as promos. And the black boxes down here, if that's what we're calling them, shows you kind of how you can make your first $150, your first $200, your first $550 based on how many orders get placed within your team. And that means maybe you bring on, 2 people that also want to do the same thing and have their own websites, and they want to share the product line with others. And then any orders that they also bring to the table, you can get, credit for as well. Let me see here because my slide is not going. There we go. Okay. We have a system that works. That's another thing. People have told me over the years, like, I don't want to be left out doing this on my own. I joined something, or I did something a while ago, but I was, by myself, or I felt like I had to do everything on my own, kind of a thing. We have a very beautiful culture here, and that this is not just me, hyping it up. It's really inclusive. It's a system that works. It's a system that benefits all. It's a system that anybody, can follow. And it's a simple onboarding and training. So you are not left to just figure it out. We have done this for 3.5 years, and we know it works, and we know what to tell you, and how to do this, right? Oops. I don't know. Somebody wants us to hear some music instead of listening to me, which is great. That's fine. I'm going to turn the music up when I get off of this, and we're going to have a dance party. It's fine. But anyhow, we earn as we learn here, and learn as we earn. So you do not have to have all the answers whatsoever. when you get started with us. In fact, nobody really does. Everybody starts where I started, where Mindy started, where Katie started, just kind of asking people who of your friends and family legitimately, truthfully, really wants to improve their health. And then we just make the introduction and say, hey, have you heard of Q yet? There's a company out there, they're doing something that no other company has done. And we can help you connect them. This is what this is, says what's next, get connected. We can connect them to a presentation like this. We can give them product PDFs on any product they want to learn about. We have an amazing app that we can utilize as a resource. And it's a great tool to be able to send videos on everything out that we have available. We have great support systems, mentors that can get on phone calls, get on Zooms, get on chats and answer questions. So you really just connect anyone that has questions to one of us that has been here a little bit longer, right? To get anybody's questions answered. And that's really all that I wanted to share with everybody today. So I hope that gives you a little intro into QSciences. And we would love to get your questions answered. We'd love to welcome you to the team, just to give you perspective on kind of how fast this train is moving. 3.5 years ago, when this company introduced the compensation plan that it has now, because the company technically was founded in 2012, but it only had 700 distributors through the end of 2017. In 2018, when they introduced this compensation plan, that's when the real momentum started to take place, because people were truly hearing about Q for the first time. And so when we first came to Q, 3.5 years ago, nobody had heard of it. Of course, very few people still know what it is, but we had 100 to 200 people that were joining the company per month for the first 2.5 years. I witnessed it myself, that would join the company to start their own business. We had thousands of customers, yes, because the products really do sell themselves. Now, in the last 3 months, and I'll probably say the same thing for this month of September, we've seen 5,000 to 6,000 people join the team every single month to start their own business with us, which just gives you a little glimpse into what's happening here and why we're the fastest growing company online. And the fact that we haven't done our first 100 million in a calendar year, but I'm again predicting this year will be maybe even more than that, right? And this is what it looks like and feels like to be on $1 billion brand run. And so all of you that have been invited to check this out, you definitely want to get back with the person that shared this with you. If you want to try our product, great. You can become a customer. We'd love to get you enrolled. We'd love to get you having an experience, so you have your own testimony, right? But also those of you that say, hey, I trust this. I see the numbers. I get it. I want in, right? We really have only had 160,000 people globally ever enroll to become an ambassador in our company. Now, I will say we probably only have about 70,000 active members globally in 23 countries. So there's no saturation zone whatsoever. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will enter into more of that saturation zone. We'll be past the S curve. And so really the timing is truthfully now on learning and trying the product and letting people know this exists, because it is a fast moving train. And they always say, and I always say, and people on my team can probably answer this for me right now, but they say the T in timing is more important than the T in talent, right? So we would welcome you. We'd love to welcome you to the Q family in any capacity as a customer or as an ambassador, so we can start helping you live your healthiest years ahead of you, not just physically, I guess mentally, right? But for peace of mind, I always think financial health is important as well. So thank you guys for checking this out, and get back with the person that shared this with you so we can get your questions answered.